Well, good morning. I hope you're having a good morning. Luna and I had a great walk. We enjoyed ourselves, and here we are. I have a sip of coffee, getting my day started. I hope you have something to get your day started. Oh yeah, that's the ticket. It's it's a cold 79 degrees this morning. Um, Luna and I had probably twice the walk we usually have, so evidently she felt that extra degree of freedom. So, yes, I know. Yes, she's a good girl. She's like, there, throw that ball. All right. So, today I was going to give you uh, or respond to a question a friend of mine gave me. And that question, I want to talk about how to analyze it. So, he said to me, he's interested, he's actually enjoying AI just like I am. But he said, do you really think AIs will take away our jobs? And I, I couldn't, we are really bad as humans at predicting the future. I used to play a game called Cyberpunk, and you guys might have heard of it because of the video game that came out. But back when I was playing Cyberpunk, it was the first edition out, and it had interesting uh, it had to it was set in the future, right? So it had to project. So those projections that it had for technology was fairly interesting. uh, Fancier guns, technology that was intertwined with humans, things of that nature. And one of the things I loved was it allowed you to have a telephone, a cell phone. Didn't call it a cell phone. I think it called it like a mobile phone. So it called it a mobile phone. However, to have a mobile phone cost about, I think it was around $800 a month in order for you to have it. And it was just a phone. You could just call somebody on it. So playing that and having a phone like we have now, it kind of took a little bit away from whether or not any of this stuff would actually ever uh, transpire. Uh, but that's if you go back and look at predictions from people. I've mentioned this before in past videos about the fact that we were all going to starve to death. Watch Soylent Green, which is actually right now the time frame of the movie, and look at what they thought things were going to be like right now. Yeah, it doesn't match up. So AI, what I told him, I didn't tell him all that because he's dropped it way over here. I have to get my butt up and go get it. Luna, you gave me a nice walk. You don't have to make me walk a whole bunch more. She's like, Dad, you need to exercise. All right, here, Dad. I'll drop it right here for you, you big lummox. There. Now throw that. So, anyways, back to my story. So my response to him, I didn't include any of that, but what my response to him was a story of a friend of mine who I met at Applied Materials here in Austin, and he had he had a master's degree in electrical engineering and a master's degree in mechanical engineering that he got from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. He was a smart guy. And he actually had another friend of his that he brought on to the company there that was really also a smart guy. And that the two of them were really bright. And they had been together for a long time. And they were older than me. That's how old they were. And I was talking to them about their history, and they said, yeah, it was fascinating because, we were in electrical engineering when the computer really became the personal computer, became the one that you could have on your desktop, not the big mainframe that we had in the big businesses and stuff. So I said, well, when you were seeing that transition and it's talking about it, all the what's going to happen in the future, I said, what was one of the most dominating things that you guys thought would happen in the future that may or may not have happened? And he said, well, the biggest dominating thing that happened was the fact that we realized that with computers, we can be a lot more productive. We could really increase our productivity with a computer. So we said, there is no way we will be working 5 days a week, 40-hour weeks, because the productivity will be so high, we'll just we will just not be able to. There's no way we can work that much and produce that much because there won't be enough people to consume it. So we'll probably have 3-day work weeks. Everybody thought we were going to have 3-day work weeks by the year 2000. Not even 2020, by the year 2000, 3-day work weeks. That didn't happen, Lena. So when I told him that, I said, you really don't know what's going to happen with the AI. We may be working more with the AIs. It could happen. I mean, it happened with the computer. Or we may go to the 3-day work week. Or it may be something else. My personal take. This is my personal prediction. We are in demographic collapse through most of the world. Most of the world right now is getting really old really fast. So that means two things. One, it means that we need those younger people to be more productive in order to support the larger aging population. The other thing we need is we need to have consumption. That's been most of what we've been doing. Well, if everything goes the way it's going right now, consumption will diminish. Because when you get older, you don't consume as much. You maintain more. You don't want the bigger house. You don't want the more stuff. You want that house you currently have or smaller sometimes. So you tend to go backward a little bit when it comes to consumption. So here's what I think is going to happen. I think our governments, in order to keep us busy, to make sure we have stuff to do, will start to invest in sending us to other planets. Now, some of you might go, oh, come on. Really? Your thing is we're going to go to outer space? And I'm saying we have to, because you have to have the consumption. How do you have the consumption? How do you create stuff and produce it? If your populace is fine, and I know you're going to say there's a lot of people that are still poor, and they are, but that's been going downhill at an enormous pace. your population is moving toward this level of, hey, I'm fine, I'm good, I don't need something else. And then you have uh, a gap. You have a bunch of people being more productive with the AI, and later they're going to produce more than we can consume. It may be space, it may be cleaning up the environment, it may be lots of other things. There's a lot of possibilities, but this will be an age where big projects or big changes to how we see consumption will have to take place in order to use up what will probably be a huge spike in productivity, a spike that may increase exponentially. We will see. Lots of possibilities. That's just one. That's my personal guess. Anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Luna, I'm probably going to go in. I'm glad we have this new fan. It works so much better than the old fan, Luna. I can feel the breeze coming off of it. I gotta tell mommy that. She'll appreciate it. Uh, my wife was out on vacation with her mom. Spent a little quality time with her mom. So Luna and I are on our own. Are you ready to go inside and cool off a little bit? Then we'll go and do some work after that. Okay? Anyway, talk to you guys later.